So, guys, I just wanted to remind everybody that this episode has been translated into multiple languages, and if you're hearing me right now in a different language than you were expecting, all you have to do is click onto the gear icon somewhere on this screen and click on Languages. Change it back to the language that you desire. You can select English, Brazilian Portuguese, French, Spanish, and German. YouTube has given us access to all of these new dubbed features, and I hope it's helped other people reach my content and enjoy my episodes. Thanks again for all your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. And let's get on to this episode. Partly metal, partly real. SilverHawks. Hey guys, it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm just giddy right now. This is just something which I was not expecting to even enjoy. I'll be honest with you, I do not collect Re-Action, but when I saw this announcement and the way these figures looked, my mind was just absolutely blown away. I am seriously over the moon with these. Guys, if you haven't heard already, the Re-Action figures for the SilverHawks on Super 7 have been launched, and they look absolutely stunning. If you had collected the SilverHawks from Kenner back in the day, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. These things are absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to take a deep dive today and see exactly what was posted up on Super 7 and our good friends over at Entertainment Earth, where you can pick these up for your very own. Guys, let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what these SilverHawks look like, because honestly, if these prototypes end up being what they look like in real life, I'm getting every single one of these SilverHawks. Let's have a look. All right, we definitely have to shuffle this into the what took so long category. The Re-Action figures for the SilverHawks have finally landed and are up for pre-order right now on Super7.com, as well as our good friends over at Entertainment Earth. I'll have links in the description below. You guys can pick those up on Entertainment Earth. It really does help out the channel. I really do appreciate it. And I really wanted to take a deep dive into these because, honestly, looking at these figures, it just really tickles that nostalgia string for me. And I don't collect Re-Action, but I have to tell you guys, this might be the first time I'm going to pick up a full set of Re-Action figures. This is literally blowing my mind. Let's take a look at these guys, because this is nuts. So here they are, the Bluegrass toy version, Quicksilver toy version, SteelHeart toy version, and Mon Star pre-transformation. And that's really key, and we'll take a look into that very closely. They are the $100 for the set, or $25 individually. These guys are freaking awesome. They look so good in fact, that I am absolutely blown away. Let's take a deeper look into this, because this is nostalgia on backing cards. I'm loving this, guys. Let's take a look. There they are. Holy crap. This is so reminiscent of the way the commercials would advertise the SilverHawks. You literally would have the SilverHawks look at the top, this crazy little blue background, and then all these figures who are available in the waves set up in this kind of configuration. They look freaking incredible. Look at that beautiful shiny chrome. Oh my god, this is amazing. We do have Bluegrass, Quicksilver, SteelHeart, and of course, Mon Star himself. There's Tallyhawk, and of course, SteelHeart's companion. I forgot her name, but these guys just look freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, if you guys collected SilverHawks back in the day, you'll know why I'm freaking out so much. These guys look incredible. They also seem to come with these amazing looking crystal stands. Oh, this is so cool. As we can see here, they are labeled Quicksilver with Tallyhawk, SteelHeart with Razor. Okay, there she is, Razor. And Bluegrass with Hot Licks. I love it. These are among some of my favorite toys back in the 80s. And looking at them in their original format, the size that they came in, oh my gosh, I am literally freaking out here. This is nuts. Mon Star pre-transformation, and it's interesting, truthfully, that Mon Star doesn't come with anything. I know that the original toy didn't come with anything either, but we do know that Mon Star has a small bat companion, so it would have been interesting to see him, included with something like that. As it is, it looks like he comes with nothing at all. Anyway, let's take a look at these guys and see what we can expect out of this new Re-Action SilverHawks line. First one we're going to take a look at is Bluegrass. Oh my gosh. Oh, I really appreciate this, as honestly, Super 7 has had a habit of putting in digital renders for many of their releases and teases. And honestly, it's really hard to understand as a collector what that means. Is the character going to look accurate when it finally is made into toy form? Or is it going to look a little bit too, much of a departure from the proposed digital artwork? This I really appreciate because now I can see exactly 100% how Bluegrass is going to look in action figure form exactly the way I was expecting, and this looks awesome. He's got his cowboy hat, he's got his all chrome body, and he's even got Hot Licks. Oh, now Hot Licks does not transform. That's a bit of a bummer for me. But it looks like all of the SilverHawks companions are in their stationary forms. So seeing Hot Licks in this form doesn't really bug me too much. After all, he had Hot Licks before it was transformed into a bird companion. So that really doesn't bug me too much. He does look freaking amazing, though. I love the scarf. I love the hat. I love the details in the face. They remind me so much of the way he looked in the toy. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at what Bluegrass looked like in his toy version way back when. Now, they didn't actually show his hat removed here, but I'm imagining he will 100% come with his mohawk. As you can see here, Bluegrass originally had a mohawk underneath his hat, and he looks absolutely stunning. The SilverHawks insignia on his left breast. And of course, he was positioned exactly the way he is here, with his hand being able to rest and cradle the neck of the guitar. It's not as pronounced as it was in the original toy, but I can live with that. Moving down further, you can see that the Hot Licks did actually transform, and it's unfortunate that it doesn't transform now, but still, seeing how accurate it is, especially the face, I think the face is a home run, 100%. That is definitely a great look for Bluegrass, and I'm really happy to see that they actually took that extra step and made this into reality. That is awesome. Bluegrass with Hot Licks. Freaking incredible. Moving on to the next figure, it is SteelHeart with Razor, another wonderful character, and again, I really appreciate the fact that they made this in an actual prototype form. We see the vac-metal, we see the paint on the face, and honestly, that looks gorgeous. As a matter of fact, I think it actually looks better than the vintage version. There is the breast insignia on her left chest. And of course, we do see that wonderful chromed out nature of the figure. Insane. The partly metal, partly real paint applications are amazing. And of course, Razor looks so majestic and stunning in the way she sits atop of her arm. SteelHeart with Razor, what a beautiful pairing. Comparing her to the vintage version, of course she does not do her Wing It action feature, which is unfortunate, but I can live with that in this case, as the Wing It action feature really was a bit more of a gimmick than it was anything else. I do hope that perhaps in the future, Super7 will take a kick at the can of doing a winged deluxe version of these characters. That would be incredible. And like I said, the facial features on the vintage are actually not as good as the newer edition. That's just me. At the end of the day, when we get them in hand, I think that's really going to wow a lot of people. Right now, I am very, very impressed at the way this has been pulled off. Huge shout out to Super7 for this. This is incredible. She does come with Razor here. Now, Razor actually did have a gimmick attached to the companions. I believe her neck extended. I think that was actually the gimmick itself. And obviously, we're not going to get that with this edition of Razor. She's just perched up on her shoulder, on her forearm. But as a collector's item, I think for me, that's enough. I think that this is a home run for SteelHeart with Razor. Let's talk about Quicksilver with TallyHawk. These guys look awesome. And honestly, I gotta tell you, this was my very first SilverHawk that was purchased by my parents, and I treasured it so much while I still had it. He looks so reminiscent of the original version, so shiny. The version I got, of course, was dull by the time I was done playing with it. Look at that wonderful SilverHawk insignia there. Now, I will say, this early prototype version, it looks a little bit muddy. I think they're probably going to get a much better deco after their final. These are very much prototypes in the very beginning, so I think that this will probably be touched up a little bit before it's finally released. At least I hope so. But other than that, the paint on the face looks awesome. Seriously, very much reminiscent of the original Kenner release. We'll compare that in a moment. But I did want to take a look at this incredible vac-metal body. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Seriously giving me nostalgic vibes through and through. My God, SilverHawks are coming back in their original form. This is absolutely nuts. And of course, TallyHawk looks so majestic as she always did. And now we can see that a little bit of paint on TallyHawk with the beak and the crest and her eyebrows. Now, From this angle, it looks a little bit strange. I think you really got to look at it at the secondary angle to really get a better look at the way it's supposed to be. But even in this regal form here, I think she looks amazing. Quicksilver with StilHeart, oh my gosh, another home run with this line. Comparing it directly to Quicksilver, honestly, I think the face paint applications are a home run. Very, very much reminiscent of the original. As a matter of fact, maybe even a step further, as each of the characters actually has white in their eyes. I think that part, for me, is definitely a home run. And again, with something this small, and it's supposed to be an homage to the original Kenner versions, I think it really does tickle that nostalgic spot for me. This is amazing. Quicksilver, again, does not have his winged feature, which, again, for the most part, I'm fine with. I am really hoping eventually they will have a deluxe edition where they can actually have the mechanism installed. That would be incredible. And if we look at StilHeart, the original toy version was already prefixed in a position where her wings were extended, and I do believe that they clamped in to do an almost scissor-like motion where they would close in and surround her head. That is no longer a feature with the Re-Action version. To be perfectly honest with you, if they do a deluxe edition, I really would like to see them go 100% full tilt and bring back all of these incredible features just as they were in the Kenner release. That would be insane. And finally, wrapping up this nostalgic trip is the newest character in the line, which actually had no representation in the original Kenner versions. It is the untransformed, the pre-transformed Mon Star. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this. He does look the part. Very cartoon accurate, and I really appreciate the effort that's been done here. I love the wavy hair, the big lion's mane type of idea. I love the snaggletooth, all the snaggletooths that are around his mouth, including the one which is on the cleft of his lip. The eye patch, which of course helps him in his transformation. All the paint deco looks spot on. And again, I really appreciate the fact that they're showing us the prototypes, and we should keep in mind that these are prototypes, guys. These are not final versions of the characters, so they still could change slightly. But all the paint deco here looks beautiful. I love the different shades of maroon with black, and of course the red. Mon Star has never looked better, and of course, this is his first appearance, untransformed, pre-transformed, in action figure form at this scale that I think, if I'm correct in that, I think that has ever been made. So huge shout out to Super7 for making this happen. This really is tickling my nostalgia heartstrings, and it doesn't really stop there, guys. If we move forward to the packaging design, I gotta tell you, these are freaking amazing. They harken back to the Kenner versions of the backing cards with the artwork here, but this time in full color. The original ones were actually sort of monochrome, and of course the characters positioned inside of their plastic bubble. I really do love this. Here's the digital rendering. As you can see, there really is a departure from the fully produced versions compared to the digital renders, so I'm really appreciating the fact that Super7 is being as transparent as they can now and showing us exactly what we're getting in action figure form. Although the digital renders do look beautiful, it's always appreciated when they are as transparent as possible, telling us exactly what we're going to get in the action figure versions. Mon Star's backing card looks amazing. I love the illustrations. Bravo to the design team over at Super7. And of course, there he is. He comes with no accessories, unfortunately, which I have to say would have been nice if he came with his Bat Companion, but unfortunately that was not meant to be. The digital render, honestly, I think it actually came up pretty good compared to his action figure counterpart. This one, I think, in terms of what I see on the surface, is about as close as you can get from a digital render, the actual prototype. Quicksilver's illustration is just as top-notch. Now, we do see StilHeart in the background there with her wings extended. I do really wish that that was possible, but what we actually ended up with, I'm not disappointed with at all. StilHeart looks so majestic and great, situated here in her plastic form. And as you can see there, and as you can see here, we get a better glimpse at the way her brow line is supposed to look. And I think that if they had added a little bit of white, or maybe even 2 black dots, it probably would have been even better, but getting at that size of detail probably is a little bit more difficult, so I don't mind the way they've done this. You can add a little black dot yourself. It might take a little bit of skill, but I think with something like a Gundam marker, you guys can definitely get it done. The digital render as well, again, I really appreciate the fact that Super7 really did give us a prototype look, because this, as nice as it is, doesn't compare to the way it looks in full prototype form, as that vac-metal is just absolutely stunning. Moving on to SteelHeart, man, these backing cards really are, once again, tickling my nostalgia strings. There is Razor, again, with her wings extended. But at the end of the day, I really do appreciate what they've done with these characters. The backing card art is just gorgeous, and this is 100% a great collection for any Silverhawks fan. I'm really getting tempted now to buy 2 sets of these because I would definitely like to get one outside the package and one mint on card. Budget willing, we'll see if that is possible. Maybe I'll turn in some of those amazing Entertainment Earth credits that you guys have been helping me with. I'll have links in the description below, once again, guys, for where you can purchase these on Entertainment Earth. It really helps out the channel. That way I can pick up these guys for free, and I don't have to worry about it too much. Huge shout out to all you guys. You guys are amazing. The digital render, once again, honestly, I think that the prototypes look so much better, and I give a huge shout out to Super7 for giving us a full glimpse at the prototype versions of the Silverhawks, as that 100% sells it to me, as this nostalgic trip has been one which sent me all the way back to 1986 when these figures were first made available, and I saw them on the shelves at Woolco in my hometown of Scarborough. These guys were my absolute favorites, and I can't wait to pick them up all over again. Guys, I have links on Entertainment Earth where you can pick these up right now. The Silverhawks Re-Action figures have finally made it after being teased for so long. These have just punched me in the nostalgia gut. You can pick them up on Super7.com or using my affiliate code over at Entertainment Earth. I really appreciate it once again, guys. Super7 just hit me in the face with nostalgia, and I am absolutely loving it. Because Silverhawks are partly metal, partly real. Alright guys, I'm going to be the first to admit I do not collect reaction figures. They're in a style which I just honestly don't collect. The scale itself is very much akin to G.I. Joe, O-rings and vintage collection, Star Wars figures. I am more, at least at this stage of my life, I'm very much more into the 6-inch characters. However, every now and again, something happens, and a nostalgia trip just hits me like a wave, and I just cannot say no. These look absolutely gorgeous. Silverhawks are among some of my most favorite action figures back in the day, and these really do make me remember them ever so much. And I miss those Silverhawks. They looked absolutely great. We got a taste of that with the Ultimate Silverhawks, and they look incredible. But I have to tell you, there really is no replacing those tiny little Silverhawks. Even these won't replace the original Wing-It versions with the action features, but they're damn close. So I, myself, am probably going to end up picking at least 1 set of these. I'm hoping later down the road I might be able to get 2 sets, but budget willing, that might actually happen. But these are definitely going to go fast, so don't wait on this. I'll have links in the description below where you can pick them up on Entertainment Earth. It really helps out the channel, guys, and I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for that. Guys, let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about these Re-Action SilverHawks? Are they giving you the nostalgia trip that they gave me just now? Are you guys going to be putting down your money for these brand new Silverhawks? Or are they just not in your wheelhouse because of the scale and, of course, the fact that they don't have their winged action feature and the birds just don't transform? Let me know your comments in the comment section below, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, guys, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. 2024 is shaping up to be an incredible year, and I am absolutely thrilled with what we're getting in 2024. As a matter of fact, I did a couple of reviews of the vac-metal SilverHawks for Ultimates, and you can check those out right here. I'll see you guys over there. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey. Geek proud, everybody.